Samantha, John. Hi, guys. Oh, Charity Spencer. That's my favorite redhead. So nice to see you again, guys. Um, I see you get a little more for. I don't know about you. Washington, D.C. It's nice and sunny, but it's cold. Yesterday was like 70, and today it's, I think, in the 50s again. So it's comes and goes. But we got another couple of days of this and then warm again. So I could get rid of my turtlenecks. But I really do that to hide the turkey gobble neck, you know. That's an old person trick. uh, yeah, old's not bad as long as you can stay healthy. That's the key, I think, to getting old. Well, let's see who else signs up. I did a great video yesterday. I think it's up on Let's Go Help, but it's certainly up on YouTube already. uh, that the government of California had $500 million, $500 million to give out grant money for people to get better jobs. Yeah. And they only gave out 5% of that money in the last 2 years. Only 5% of $500 million. Yeah. Wow. I mean, that's just incredible to me. And so what they have now, they're given awards or bounties for if you have a friend that could use $2,500 grant and free tuition to a training to get trained for something, you know, like get a certificate so you get a better job. They'll pay for that, pay for the training, and give you $2,500. And a lot of these now have other things too, like daycare and transportation or whatever. But here's the other thing. If you know somebody who needs something like that, if you recommend this to them, they give you $1,000. So the government is now giving you $1,000 to make sure other people know about grant money. Here you got to pay me to learn about grant money, right? now, now the government will pay you to teach others about grant money. Maybe I should get in line for that $1,000. Actually, they had a section for like nonprofits who want to do it big or something like that. I don't know, but they do have it for people who want to do a lot of people. But it's I think aimed mostly at people that are in training programs now, and then tell your friend about it, and you get $1,000, and they get free training. I mean, what? I've never seen a government program like this in 48 years. It's just remarkable to me. That's why we don't know what's there. We don't know what to ask for. And that's the biggest problem. And this is why I used to wear the question mark suits only. Now it's question and hearts. I don't know what I'm doing. Now I'm getting old, that's for sure. And because, the answers are easy. You could go to Google now and get answer to any question, right? I want to get a grant. Okay, go to Google, see what you get. Yeah, you'll get 500 million websites that tell you, help you get a grant. So what the hell are you going to do with that? Well, you'll die before you figure out what the hell to do with that 500 million websites, and that's why it's learning the system more. And that's what I'm trying to do with Let's Go Help is that most of us are going to ask the wrong questions. Like, I want a grant, um, and it's more complicated than that, and that's what we're trying to teach people. And that's why now this is the first time we can teach people. At least I can, because I've been doing this almost 50 years now. And in books and stuff like that, it's not. But here, every day you could keep learning and add to your knowledge and figure out what's there, and at a price that I can't believe. I mean, at $20, man. I used to charge 20,000, because rich people would pay that. They're not interesting anymore, to help tell you the truth, and it's and they don't even need the bloody money. So I mean, to me, that's a worse wasted effort. So it's just the average person. How do they know about it, and how to get through to learn? I mean, sometimes it's going to be easy. Like, okay, here's a website, you can fill out the form and yada yada yada, and see if you get it. But there's too much out there for that, and it's most likely not going to be that easy. And that's why, how do we train you and the people, the members, to realize this may not be easy? And I'm sure I'm part of the fault, because I tell you how easy it is to get a grant and stuff like that. And you go on Google, and every website you see, oh, easy, just do this, 1, 2, 3, and life isn't that way. I'm never sure if I'm on the correct site. You're right, Sheila. It is so. I just learning now. There's 5 other Let's Go websites on Facebook. Now, Let's Go Help 2 is not even on Facebook. That's why I came off of Facebook and started this Let's Go Help 2 on a network called Mighty Networks, because Facebook is such a scam. I mean, it's too easy for people to scam. Oh, look at all those questions. Oh, my goodness. Tommy. Oh, Matthew, how are you doing this morning? I am great, Tammy. Now, Tammy, see, she's learned the system and whatever. And that's why she's a member and takes her time to help other people. And that is, to me, that's a golden person who spends their life helping others. And that's what we're trying to do here. He's not frozen to me. Well, I'm cold sometimes. Actually, as you get older, you get colder. That's why a lot of us old farts move to California or Florida, kind of thing. But the scammers are a big problem. No, let's see. There's 2 issues I'd love to get across. One about the scamming. The other one was about how much it takes. Now, what you get with us is not the direct website to apply, the application, because there's hundreds of thousands of applications and no one can keep up with that. So, and it would cost gazillions, to do that. At least most of it that are said, oh, how nice, thank you so much, is full of scammers. Yes. Oh, it's terrible. And you got to be careful. And even YouTube, now we got to get, because I put to try to educate the general public, even if you're not a member. I put my videos on YouTube and to educate people, because I think I should not be doing this. The government should be doing it, but they'll never get around to doing it. I've been waiting for 40 years for them to do something, and they haven't yet. So I don't think in my last 10, 15 years, they're going to get around to it either. But realize, and what we're really trying to get across to people is, you don't have to know about the application. Yes, you do. If you're looking, and that's putting a hook in the water and seeing what happens. But the other way to do it, if you have a problem, you don't look for a specific application. You look for help, because you don't know what will really help your problem, or where they call it, or what it is. But the most important thing about the help that's out there, are there organizations that just help with your problem? That's what you really have to do. And that's what we try to give members. Okay, if you have a housing problem, you have starting a business problem, it's not looking for money for that, because the program change. Like you have a job problem. How would you know that you could get $1,000 for recommending somebody to get a job, and they gives you a grant for that? See, I mean, it's just too complicated. You have to do a mission of whatever your problem is. You want to get a better job. Okay, who is in charge of you getting a job? In others, see, the government and nonprofit organizations tries to solve problems in our country. But what we know of, the average person, is just the people who charge money to solve your problem. We don't know about the people who have money to solve your problem and do it for free. And that's usually by the federal government and nonprofit organizations. And this is where you go if you don't have money. You don't go to Google. You don't go to the people that charge you money to solve your problem, because you already have a problem. You don't have money. So you're going to get more in debt, or whatever the heck it is, to try to get out of a debt problem. I mean, that's just crazy to me. So if you're looking for a better job or something, there's organizations, that already got money to solve this problem. We as a society vote for elected officials. We pay taxes. We have a budget. The elected officials go and say, hey, there's a problem in this country, and we should solve it by doing this, doing that, or whatever. And so they pay to solve that problem. So for you to take advantage of that is to find those organizations that are set up to solve your problem, not the organizations that are set up to make money off your problem, but the organization is set up to solve your problem and already got their money. Yeah. And that's the important thing. And so, and like for job training, I think there's more job training grant money now. And this thing in California proves it to me, when they only gave out 15%. And I've been following new grants coming out the last couple of years. So much of it, this is all these $1 trillion budgets. I mean, that's going to create training. That's going to create high income jobs and everything. And you look at the headlines, we have 2 job openings, 1 person qualified, right? So we need people who are qualified. So the government sends out a lot of money to train you. Where do you find that? Okay, you don't go job training. You'll just get gazillion websites that just want your money. Okay, so you want to find those organizations that are set up in your community to solve that problem. Now, one thing to remember, one organization does not know everything, okay? It's like asking me about grants. Man, I certainly don't know everything. I've been studying for 50 years. I still don't know anything. And the members come in and show me grants I never even thought about or would even think about, and that's why you have to have more than one source. So you go out and look for sources that will help you solve that problem. That's what we do. We give you that roadmap to find the sources who know about the grants or maybe know where other grants are. So like one is my favorite is the Career One-Stop Center. So, I see why I wear that. Boy, this turkey neck is really getting down on my chest. careeronestop.org. You go there and talk to a counselor. Don't go to the website. We have this thing, everything should be on the website and everything. Yeah, it's sort of, but you're not going to understand what it really is. You're not going to understand what is bad about it, what should be on it. It isn't, only by talking to people. So you make an appointment with somebody at your local Career One-Stop. Make an appointment, talk to them, whether it's online or on the phone or in person or whatever. And you talk to them about opportunities. You explain to them what you're interested in. You don't go out and say, hey, I need a grant, because then you sound like a greedy bastard. All you want is money, money, money. No, you want to improve your life. And that's what it's about. And people want to help people who don't sound greedy. If you sound greedy, you're not very lovable. And it's hard to help you. And so that's why it's important when you contact these organizations, you just say, I need help, man. I got a shitty job. I can't pay my bills, whatever, and see what they offer. Okay. If they can't offer something that's good for you, you go somewhere else. Where else? Every community college now has this too. They're not giving out grants. I mean, they're giving out lots of grant money, but they're not giving out degrees. Community colleges aren't degrees. They do have degrees, associate degrees if you really want them. They're more, training and skill training, whether it's computers, whether it's, electrician or driving a truck. This is what they're really there for. And they're very good at it. And they get lots of grant money from the government, so you don't have to pay. I even have a scholarship at a community college. And the scholarship is called I Don't Need My Government Money Scholarship. And this is what I do with my Social Security money. I've been getting Social Security money for a while now. And I give it for a scholar, most of it. I keep a little bit in case. You never know. Times come and go. And to people, actually for single moms going back to the community college, this is these single moms that are almost the backbone of our country. If we don't take care of them, then we have a whole generation of kids that are, all screwed up. So we got to take care of these single moms. And so this is a scholarship for them. And a lot of people go to get the training. So whether it's a 6 month course or a 6 week course or whatever it is, or a year course, there's a lot of money to pay for all that. And a lot of these, particularly people who are taking care of children, there's a lot of daycare money out there, but you have to dig into it to find it. no sound. I never heard anybody else tell me. Boy, it's unusual. Don't clutch the pearls. Is that what these are? These things are the pearls. Um, uh, but the community college. Okay, now that's just two major sources, but there's many other sources, and one is if you go to Find Help. Now, Find Help is another thing like 211.org, but findhelp.org I think is better. Number one, because people, when they go to 211.org, they think they could call 211.org and ask them if there's nonprofits to help with this, and they may or may not get an answer. Too many people just say, oh, they say there's none, and they go away. No, you don't do that, because those people who answer 211 have to be an expert in everything, whether you're trying to pay for burial expenses or get a money to train for a better job. Yeah. So what you do is you go to Find Help. I find that a little findhelp.org and put in job training. Now I do it for where I live, and I get like 150 150 organizations, nonprofit organizations. None of these people will charge you any money. Type in your zip code and email them. That's all I do. I'm not sure where that. Now the Golden Girls missed it. Yes, we do be the Golden. And contact the people listed there. So if you have 20 organizations that are giving out money, was very helpful for me. Great. No, they are helpful. My problem is that if they're not helpful, then it's easier to give up, because you only called one, and you'll learn more by that. So, I mean, I'm not saying they're bad. If you're going to go to one, you'll get it more in depth. And I like the presentation a bit too on Find Help. Also, there's some organizations, some cities that have 311 instead of 211, and that's a little funky. But Find Help is the same all over the country. Findhelp.org was very helpful, finding a lot of things I needed. Or that friends need help. Oh, Autumn, thank you. Well, let us know if you could, post something of how you help somebody somewhere. I mean, that to me is, because members to me are what this is about. I'm not going to live forever, and I see that people, this seems to be very helpful to people, and so I start thinking about, boy, how is this going to go without me? And, most of my work was just to entertain myself and make a living. I never worried about long term, because I don't believe in inheritance and all this kind of stuff. But, I want to help people. And that's why how much can I help people before I die? And that's what this is about. But if this is, something that looks a little bigger than me, which would be nice. And that's what I see. It looks bigger than me because of the members, and the members are helping each other with things that I can't do, or our staff can't do. And that's sort of very exciting to me, and a way to manage that. Also, I don't know if you see that we're starting to have a new look on Let's Go Help too. And we just put up a little part of it up today. So if you go up and look at Explore, and see the new guidelines up there. And in the guidelines, there's something I'm not really sure about. In Explore, there's community guidelines. Now, I hate laws and rules, and it just stops creativity. If everybody's worrying about, we're doing it the right way. I don't know. There's 1,000 ways to do things, and nobody's really right. And all I worry about is people are mean. To me, the only rule is don't be mean. I talked to a HUD agent about programs to be able to fix up my trailer, and the lady was so nice and emailed me the matrix, which I will post for. Oh my goodness, that's terrific. See, there she is. Yeah. See, that's it. She found somebody in the government. So that HUD official, is there to help people solve their housing problem. Now, Charity lives in a trailer, so that's, these are require more maintenance probably than a normal house. So she found somebody. She even gave her a direct line. See, now Charity has a personal cell phone number of somebody making the. See, the only people could tell you if you're eligible for something is not me. It's the person giving out the money. So, now, see, that woman probably spends the last 12 years of her life helping people fix their homes. Okay, that's all she does. You're getting into it first time in your life, right? And you spent the last 5 hours on Google and got nothing. What the hell do you know? Yeah, you know what's not there. You don't know what is there. See, now, somebody who's done it for 12 years of their life and in the government and gets paid to help you do that. Their job is to help you find help for your problem. That's what we as citizens voted on and decided we should do this. So that's what you want to do. Then you don't have to swim around in that cesspool. Google. I mean, Google is great. I mean, don't. I use it all the time. But if you know exactly what you need or what you want or whatever, but otherwise it's a money machine. So people are making gazillions in money out of advertising. So that's what you're up with. So that's full of sharks. 90% or 99% of the people in there are sharks. They want money from you. You want to get money. You don't want to give money. If you don't have money, the stupidest thing to do is giving people money if you don't have it. It is always a gem when you get someone on the other line that's beyond the call me. Yes, exactly. And that's why even on commercial things, my it is that when I call Comcast or something, I'm trying to see how long will it take me to get that person to laugh, to be human. I hate phone calls on it ever because the people are just robots. Why the hell have a person do this? You could get IA, internet, intelligent, out of, what I mean, AI. That's it, to answer this, and it's not warming. It's not you're not having a human contact, and you feel like shit. I can't wait to get off. and that's what's interesting to me is being human. That's what I see here. I mean, look at the nice little words that people look at Autumn sharing all this stuff. It appears they lost my application and can't get any answers on what I can do to put in another app. And I called my people, they were closed, the program, but I had my app in on time in March. Well, something like that, Autumn, is elected officials, I would think. If you work through the system and they don't do that, then it's your elected official. They have power. The only people that have power over a government agency or something like that are the elected officials because they vote for their salaries. So if the elected officials don't approve their budget, they don't, they're not in business. So that's why government agencies, I can use the HUD equivalent in California rather than, well, it takes work. Exactly. Laughter is the best medicine of the, yeah. Oh, right. For laughter. Yeah. Because that's just, then I know I have a human experience. I don't have some goddamn robot who doesn't care about anything. And that's the best part of life is being human, not being a robot. Why do we all want to be robots? And be bored as hell until we die. No. You want to be human and have fun. You're going to die anyway. So what the fuck's the difference? It's the process. Now, if you did that and you won't be able to die, maybe you got a point. But it's not going to, that's, I don't even know where I'm now. That's another thing as I get older, man, I just forget a lot of stuff. And I don't mind for some reason because I'm not going broke. And that's, that's the important part, I think. I mean, you people that are here on Let's Go Help, I mean, you are the most important people in my life. I mean, you give me the most rewarding feedback. You inspire me every day to do this better, to find something new, to solve a new problem. That's what I've been doing for 50 years, and now you give me energy um, to do it better and more and everything. I mean, there's so much hurt in this country, and there's so much pain, and there's so much poverty. I mean, I think is the main thing, and how do we help each other through this stuff? I mean, if instead of ganging up on each other that we seem to be good at, nobody's interested in helping each other. So I mean, that's here. That's why I see in the guidelines. To me, the guidelines would be nice to people. What else? You're not going to be perfect. You're going to screw up. I fuck up all the time. But even, so then admit it and be nice and whatever. That's when I used to give speeches, I used to start out by telling people how screwed up I am. I flunked English in college. I barely got through college. To tell you the truth, I was flunked out of a high school. Two failing businesses, two failing marriages. We all have problems, and it's a struggle to get through life. And there's no magic answer to this thing, but the only answer I feel is trying. Just try something. Doesn't matter what you're trying. I can't tell you what to do. I don't know what the fuck I should do. I wrestle with that every day. I could give you some suggestions or whatever, or pitfalls I may see on something. And that's why I think the biggest pitfall is that people think they need money to solve their problem. And yes, that's true, but it usually doesn't work, and you wind up with a bigger problem. So you might as well start now and not throwing any money at your problem. I know my life is better since becoming American. Wow, Samantha. See, I mean, you say that, and I have no better reason to get up every morning than to see if I can help do something like that Samantha feels. Wow, what else do we have to do in life? Maybe it's just because of age. I'm sure I didn't feel like that at 30. I was worried about feeding myself or whatever. But I'm getting emotional, but I like emotional because then I know something important. Samantha, I mean, you said something very important, at least to me, and I can't believe that. I mean, intellectually, I would try to not pay attention to it so I don't sound egotistical, which I am. We all are. We should worry about ourselves first, because if we don't take care of ourselves first, we can't take care of other people. And that's what we need, people caring for other people. Thank you, Samantha. Yes, I mean, you brought it out in me too, and that's why I know something important happened. If I can, nothing is more important than to help somebody else with their life, and to have somebody tell you that. I mean, how many more fucking suits can I buy or whatever? I mean, nothing. Then the heart. That's why I say as I get older, it's the heart is the one muscle you could keep growing forever. You're not poor from an yeah, right. And that's what's neat. I mean, as you get older, I don't run as fast. I'm not as strong, and all this kind of stuff, or even smart. But your muscle, you could love harder. You could give more. And that's what I remember seeing you on TV. And kind heart trying to thank you for the support. My daddy always told me, the great people, the way I would want to be treated. Treat people. Yes, absolutely. I always try to be kind, and I always said I can't do anything if I put my mind to it. Everyone here, let's go. It's an absolutely amazing group of people. Oh, see you saying that is wonderful. Wow. Everyone is welcoming, helpful, and sincere. That is what makes being here. So awesome. What you do is very important. It has helped me. Uh, oh, oh. I, 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 first of all, thank you for saying that. I, there's not a nicer gift in the world that have, and charity said that similar words, and I just uh, it rests my whatever that motor inside that keeps us going. It gives uh, it gives comfort to the heart inside. Those words like that. And the mode vision, helping is life living. Absolutely. That's what I think. And we all, I mean, I was thinking the other day, if each one of us took just one other person to try to help, we only need half the world to do that, right? Because they'll take care of the other half if we do that. A light into a dark tunnel. God damn. Um, it's overwhelming and the nicest feeling in the world. Just ask me questions. I think the biggest problem I have too right now, I see that I can't help people because they don't ask for help. So if you could help us, people like, they'll quit because they'll be on for a month or two and I haven't gotten a grant yet or something like that. And they haven't asked us for help. There's no way we could, have a system. I mean, that's what I used to do before, like give you a big book and go out. It's all in there, and people think it's all in here because you belong to this. But yes, it is. But Jesus, it's it's like Google in a way. Where's the shit that you want? And that's why it's easier to talk to somebody. Because if you go to Facebook now, I'm still answering every one of those that start on Facebook. And I'll answer that with 48 years of experience of doing this work and try to cut through it. Okay, focus on these 6 places, and see if they can help you or not. And if they can't, ask them who else can help. And important to all people that aren't getting the grants have to put in the work. Yes, it is work. And the problem is, I think, we're a capitalist country. We live on marketing, and marketing tries to convince a customer it's easy as hell. Just give me money when it ain't, and to get through the noise of media. This is what my stuff is too. You see, my headlines are outrageous headlines because that gets people to open up. I mean, I always thought about when I was doing TV work. I would. That's what I found. Acting crazy, act when question mark suits. Like somebody said, he used to click the channels watching me. That will stop the channel clicker. So if I could stop you, and to pay attention, then I have a chance of educating you about what is there. See, if I always thought when I first started doing these books for the public, I started by helping Fortune 500 companies and stuff get this information. And I said, I'm going to have to help the average Joe. And I thought, if I got on the Today Show to talk about my book, and they said, next is Matthew Lesko to talk about government information. Oh my God. I feel everybody at that time, he used to have the Today Show on or one of those morning shows as they're getting ready for the workday. And so if they hear that next, they're going to go in the bathroom and start brushing their teeth. So I feel what I had to do when I got in, because on those shows, you only get like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. That's it. So I got to first get you out of the bathroom. and then maybe be able to educate you about something of value you could do. So that's what media to me is getting people's attention. I got to fight for that attention. Otherwise, if you're not willing to put that fight in, then nobody's going to know you're there. I mean, you're not. We're here to help somebody else. We were talking about helping other people. That's what we're here for. Well, if you have something important that other people should be aware of, you have to fight to get them to know about it. You have to be more creative on getting people to know about what you have than the creativity it takes to have what you have. Like in a business, I feel it's 90% of the creativity is in getting people to know about it, not doing the product. And if you're so enamored of the product, but you don't do that, then to me, it's like making love to yourself. No, if you have something for other people, you want to make love to other people, not yourself. Well, sometimes that may help, but it's not the same, is it? And so you want to make love to the world. And so you have to use the systems that are out there now to let the world know. And that's why, man, when I first started in businesses 30, 40, 50 years ago, whatever the hell it was, you need a lot more money. Now you need nothing because of the internet, publication. Look at, I go on YouTube and for free, I get an hour at a time. Before it used to cost me $100,000, to be on a network TV show or whatever. No, now there's just too many ways there. But you have to be clever. You can't be the same thing. You have to fight for their attention then if you get there. And that's the important thing. The only thing you have to know is, it's complicated, but fail. Go out there and fail, but don't spend money failing, because you'll run out of money before you figure it out. And that's the important thing. And then you'll go get another job you hate. But now, particularly, like even figuring this out after books didn't sell anymore. It was, I just started a YouTube channel, start getting feedback. Anywhere you get feedback. My failures have made me, absolutely, we all do. They're the best thing. That's the only growth spurts you really have when you have a big problem or a failure or whatever. Sort of like marriages, there'll be 2 failing marriages to realize, hey, a relationship takes work. I was stupid. I had bad things in my head. My neighbor always asked me about how I get the info and got her to sign up for us. Oh, wonderful. She gets confused because she is sick, but I help her out as much as I can. She asked me, how do if I told her because of you. It's great to share all of this with people, and was thrilled when she signed up. Oh, Autumn, that is wonderful. Now it's amazing. I used to have subscription services before, and if people stayed a month, 2, 3, that's a long time, because I couldn't give the help like I can here, or they couldn't get the help like they can here, and that is that's why I feel it got something here that is better than anything I've done in 50 years of business or whatever. And I've done more than I always just wanted a company to feed myself, business. And after 2 failures, I find one. I had 30 people down on K Street and everything. Wow, I never thought that would really happen. It did. Then I became a New York Times bestseller and did well with that and all that. And personality on TV. And, growing up in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, man, that was like Mars to me, and flunking English in college too. So, and that's emotionally overwhelmed. I just can't express enough how important I see the members are, and what makes us different is how you treat me and how you treat everybody else, and the staff is the same way. And I didn't have a business plan for this. I just say, this sounds maybe a way to help people, and just started doing it. And that's the way everything is. The more you plan, the more, I don't know. There's lots of ways to get through life, but to me, you can't plan because nobody knows the future, and nothing that worked before won't work again anyway. So why the hell plan? Just take an idea. Don't spend money, and start testing it as much as you can. I'm back with my ex. Wow. We would have been 35 years. Wait a minute. I'm back with my ex. We would have been 35 years yesterday. Well, then you are 35 years. You're back with him. But, so you don't want to count the gap. Is that it? So it's not fair if you count the gap. Well, that's nice. No, we all struggle, and that's what, to me, kindness is all about. Is a realization that the other person is struggling too. And that's important. Girl, I can't even walk. I can't even walk. So you grow. I'm so grateful to be here. I'm just getting going here. I have to see what I need to do and where to get. Well, actually, that's the thing to do is ask this question and get things like here. I mean, I'm going to put it in the discussion here, is something I call my meta grant report. Meta was the big word a year or two ago. And I said, well, I'll live off that if people know what it is. The problem is language is so confusing. You have to try to understand what's in people's head when you say something, not what's in your head, particularly if you want to help people. So you have to figure out what's in their head. So here is something, what I call my meta grant report, okay? Charity, home repairs, and help with rent. I'm also like a small. Okay, Jim, look at the meta grant report. I have a section there, item number 13 on home repair. Okay, and you're right. Tammy is an ace on this. You'll see the videos and pictures of all these contractor trucks coming up and fixing up her house that she got grants for. So, and start a small business, or start a small nonprofit farming business. A lot of help with that, Jim, too. I mean, you start getting on that phone and calling people. There's two things. You want to start a farming related organization, profit or nonprofit. You contact your county Cooperative Extension Service, okay? Just Google that for your county with your county's name and make an appointment to talk to somebody. You want to get into an ag-related venture and want to talk to somebody there about help. Okay, the other thing you do is you go to sba.gov. And local LOCAL. SBA.gov, like on a system. And there's something called community navigators. You want to make an appointment with a few, not just one, a few community navigators, and explain your idea and ask them for help. Don't go searching around in circles on Google. That will just confuse you and be overwhelmed. Wow, my husband and I on a 5-year anniversary. I've had lots of 5-year anniversaries of relationships. Well, good for you. And so you want to go there. You want to go those two places and make an appointment before you go search anything more on Google. Call them. See what it takes. And actually, for the local assistants, for the community navigators, call 3 or 4. You could talk to 3 or 4 of them. Yes, that's going to save you more time than you'll be asking people who are not in the business doing this, not in the business of helping people do this and finding free help to do it. So they're the people you want to talk to. Me, maybe, but other people, maybe they did it once, if that, or whatever. These people do 10 times a day. They're doing this, for the last 15 years, that's available to you for the price of a phone call. But no, we think we know everything because we have Google, and Google will just sell you some shit that these people And sell you stuff that won't work when these people will get through all that stuff for you. Sure, you're going to run into a lot of things that will not work, but that's the idea of doing something. That's the idea of developing something. That's the idea of starting something. You want to get, I don't care much for Google, right? Well, if you know exactly what the hell you want or the name of the organization, then it's good. It's a good way to find it. But I just so overwhelmed with emotion. I love it. I'm sorry. Try searching things on DuckDuckGo. Yeah, that's a good thing because they don't advertise stuff. If you have a search, here's the link. Yeah, no, the people are great. And see, it's Anna, it's charity, it's Tammy. Helping other people is just phenomenal to me. And I was thinking about having call this Saturday morning cartoons. And I'd come here Saturday morning and tell dirty jokes or something. I don't know. But it is. You guys give me juice. And that's what it is. And that's what we all needed. And that's why it's so nice. It's so nice of you guys to help other people and just say, like I just see in the chat, you're helping somebody else to do that. Man, there's no greater way to show love, I think, than to help somebody else, particularly if they need it, and then that is so important. And I can't believe that we have a place here to do that this is what it is. I just thought, bim bam, thank you, ma'am, here's a phone number, get the money. And life is more complicated than that. And if it's that, then you go through life, to me, not satisfied in the process. That's why I had two businesses that failed. Then I thought, boy, I had two businesses that failed. I really wasn't sure. My heart was not in them. For car repair. Donna, we have a new grant. By the way, we have 3 new grants, okay? So look in the beginning of the meta grant report here. Oh no. And there's 3 grants. The $60,000 grant we have, that we have every month, that we just closed in April 4th. And we have a grant for car repair. We only give $500, but it'll help. And that's due on the 20th of April. And then we give out 20 free laptops, and that's on the 30th of April. And you'll see what happened. There we go. Did I not pay my bill? Well, I have a report here that will show you how to get free money to pay utility bills. Okay, let me put that in here. And this is something, if you're having any financial problems, it's really the start is, to me, is to go with your, to find money to pay your rent or your mortgage, and even property taxes and stuff like that. So here's the video explanation of how to do that. Let me get this back up here, and then no, I thank you, Adam, for your kindness to say words that just warm my heart, and nothing better. Nobody else could give me a better gift. I swear. Laughter and being happy will keep you free. Yeah, well, it's the only way to stay sane in my mind. Hey, life is so shitty. I'm sure you agree. It doesn't take prisoners. What happened to the other? Damn. Okay, where are you? Oh, you're the good people. You're the good people that fill my life with joy. Family is great, but I'm greedy, whatever, and it's just fun feel that you're contributing to something. That's the most important thing. That's why I hope the services help you find something that you could give your fullest at, because that's we have this theory in our country that you want an easy job. No, you want a hard job. You want to contribute. I mean, one of my favorite expressions, do you want to play basketball against a 5-year-old? Sure, you're going to win. That's no fun. But playing basketball against Michael Jordan, being able to build that, man, now that's fun. So hard is fun. And you stretch, you grow. We're plants, we're organic stuff. I'm not a scientist. I don't know what the hell I'm talking when I say that. But that's it. So how do you grow? By doing things that are not comfortable, by doing things you don't know how to do. That's how you grow. And we all have to do that now because the world is upside down, man. Nothing works. So you go out and start struggling and figuring out what works for you. And what will work for you is different than anybody else. So what you do by getting help that may not work for you. Remember that. But it may be worth trying, so you learn something new to get closer to what something will work for you. Okay. And that's what's important. Okay. Oh, and the other thing is scammers. There's so many scammers out with my name. And anybody who's scamming you is certainly going to ask for more than $20. So anybody asks for more than $20 from people saying they're me, that's not me. The other thing, if you're a member, you don't have to pay us a penny more for anything else. Okay. Membership is it. So $20, everything else you have me. So people will say, hey, you want me to really get you a grant? But they're using my name. You give me $300, $500, $5,000, whatever, and I'll be able to do that for you. I'll never say that. I'll just show you more places to contact to try. Okay. I know I saw a class on whether but didn't get a chance to look. I don't know if she had it. She was, Sabrina was ill. Gane. Oh, interesting name, John. And so I'll never ask for any more money. If you remember, you're $20, you get the kitchen sink, come in, have dinner with us, whatever. That's important. Well, the information you've put in stat in my email, not sure what information you put in stat in my email. Donna, not sure what that question is. The emails we send out really just notices of the new videos that we're coming up with every day. I do 2 or 3 a day. And it's a way to communicate. So you may be a member and get a video. You may be just on the mailing list and you can't afford it. Oh, remember, tell your friends if they can't afford the $20, we have something else. Let's go freehelp.com. Let's go freehelp.com. That's for people that have $20. And I got 37 videos that take them step by step through all the major issues in life and how to use federal government to solve them. Will it stay in my email? What will stay in my email? If we send you an email with links in it, but we don't send emails. Normally, there are occasions. No, we do everything on chats and in discussions because it's the most efficient way to do it, to keep it. If we start sending emails and one-on-one, and the 2 things about giving your answers in public so other people could learn. So that's why we get more leverage out of the information, the answers. If we did it one-on-one with people, then we have to charge thousands of dollars like I used to. But this way, we answer the question once and other people can get benefit of that answer. And they also give you more information. Like here, how many people told you where they got money and help too? And that's why we open source is really important to us. Otherwise, we'll have to be a fancy, high-priced thing. Don't want to be that. And when I was younger, certainly high price sounded nice, but sounds stupid now. So, I looked and called several places, got an appointment, first time home buyers counseling, and but I need something immediately while I learn how to apply for purchase a new home. What do you need immediately, Gabe? Look at the here. Look at item number 1, number 2. Oh. Number 1, 2, and 4 for help with other living expenses. Okay, start there and then ask questions. Like I say, you can get me on Facebook, but give me a day or two to answer sometimes. Ask questions in Let's Go Help 2 and the staff, and we all try to help everywhere. I need to get affordable rental units, so it's a low income. Waiting, it's just so long. Well, what I would do is, there's no magic way, is start, you got to find ideas and suggestions for where you live. So find help, looking for apartments or whatever. Yes, okay. Now, to me, because I don't know, there's no magic, we don't know the area, nobody here would know the area where you live well enough to know of individual little opportunities or that are there, only there. But a way to find that is you go to findhelp.org, start putting housing or rental assistance or whatever. Oh, by the way, see, that's another thing. You could maybe get rental assistance, and you start calling the people in that list, under housing, and explain, hey, I can find, do you have suggestions? Don't call them with the attitude that, hey, do you have money to give me? No, I'm looking for help for housing. I can't afford any of this. Do you have suggestions? And that may take 20, 30, 40 calls doing that before you get lucky and find something. Now, if you know something else, see, that's the way you get lucky and find something of value. You could spend forever, for the rest of your life, doing that on Google, but you'll probably never find that anything of value, because the people you find out are people who want money from you. The people you're going to start using are the people who help people for free, know about things for free in your area. Okay. Thanks for sharing. I'm working on starting an apprentice program. Found that the U.S. Department of Labor has a site. Absolutely, apprentice. Actually, apprenticeship is terrific. Do that, and a place to do that is. Go to careeronestop.org and make an appointment with the career counselor there, because they'll know about the programs in your area and how to apply for them. Yeah, I just found one that just for an ad I was reading about, and this is a news release from the government, for in healthcare, apprenticeship for healthcare. So that means they'll pay you maybe, $25,000 plus or minus while you learn to get a $60,000 job that will lead to a $100,000 job, and you don't have a penny in debt. That's true, and we have lots of new money for that. That is growing so much, and that's what to do for you. and me. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you so much for growing my heart this morning. You gave me so much food. I mean, that's food. Kindness is food, is nourishment. So thank you so much. Update for rental assistance. Let me give you a link on that rental assistance thing, okay? Damn, I lost it. Okay, here we go. Okay, follow his video instructions and start talking to people about, hey, any new rental assistance, okay? It's all right there. Thank you, guys. Love you all. Thank you. So thank you for making my life so special. I never thought this would happen to me. So it's because of you. So thank you.